There we go.
Okay. So the red signals come on. Guys and girls, what an exciting time, because it's not just me that's on here. And I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to wait for this audience to build up, because today, here's our topic, by the way. The topic, my friends, is this: 5 ways to destroy your real estate career in 2022. Nicola, I had an agent say to me, can you guarantee me 5 ways to have the best real estate year of your life? I said, I'll start off with having the five things to have the worst real estate year of your life. And I said, number 1 would be, do not go to training under no circumstances. You must stay the same way you are, because if you do go to training, you might get inspired. You might actually get motivated, right? You might actually get better. So the last thing you want to do is, if you want to have the worst year of your real estate life, you must remain bad. Be close to all ideas. Do not be open to anything inspiring. So guys and girls, in tonight's rant, we're going to talk about the 5 things that are going to guarantee you. Hello, Piers. How you going? Robbie Inslam. Good to see you all. David Emery. Good to see you. Jazz. Nicola Byrne. She runs Eric. And she's been running Eric for the last decade.
Yeah.
I was just, when I hung up from you, when I was texting you yesterday, Nicola, I was thinking to myself, I must have started doing the first Eric with you, because to me it feels like the person before you was Amanda, right?
Correct. Yes, correct. Yeah, and Michael Sheargold was the who emceed before you stepped into the shoes. So yes, so we've been doing it the same amount of time.
So an absolute decade, and guess what? Nicola came up with the goods, because you know what? 2 years we copped it, and even though it is virtual, man, Matthew McConaughey, Nicola, all of a sudden, even people, I've got a friend of mine who really doesn't like me that much, but he rang me up on Sunday and he said, I was thinking maybe I'd come up to the Gold Coast. He's not an agent. I'd come up to the Gold Coast and maybe, just come up there and, what time's that Matthew McConaughey thing? This is a guy, it took him a lot of guts to actually want
to reach out.
People love him. So Nicola,
totally.
I'm so excited about Matthew McConaughey.
And honestly, we became, stage 5 stalkers to get onto his camp, to be able to get him, because we just knew how much everyone in the industry, it would be received so well. And it has been. Yes, we would love to have him here virtually, but I think unfortunately they just won't travel that far. But if we can still access him and have him live and be able to ask those questions to him live, curated content for our industry, you just can't get that sort of anywhere else. So we're so excited. And also,
I'm not even for 1 minute concerned about the virtual, because when I look at over the last few years, the Gary V, right? When we had the Stoic, I keep forgetting his name. Oh, he was unbelievable. Everyone loved him. He was on last year. Anyway, the point I'm making is, some of our virtual sessions, including the woman from Shark Tank,
Barbara Corcoran.
Those sessions got ranked the best sessions. Yeah. So them not being there, look, it's probably not as good, but the value, because it's not a pre-record video. This is
it's all live. It's all live, and it's all curated content and questions. And we launched a social campaign this week where we're giving the opportunity for delegates to submit a question that they would ask to him personally. And therefore, the opportunity to be able to stand up there and talk to him directly with the microphone in your hand and ask your question, you'd never get that anywhere else. So we're so excited, and he's been great since as soon as when we finally sort of connected with them, and he's been on board since the get-go. So he loves real estate. He's also, if anyone has read Green Lights, his book, he has a real connection with Australia. It's a really good tie-in as well. And if you haven't read it, I'd very much recommend reading it before the event as well.
Okay. So Nicola, we're going to spend the next 5, 6, 7 minutes talking about other people apart from Matthew McConaughey,
Yes.
which should be enough of a reason. So let's just get the facts. How many tickets are booked for Arik at the moment?
We've sold 3,200, and so target was 35. I mean, obviously after last year with capacity issues, restrictions and all that sort of thing, 35 was what we thought would be a nice number, but it now looks like we're going to actually get closer to 4,000, which is so exciting, and which is something that we haven't achieved since 2018. So we're definitely feeling that.
So this is, before I do the Monday night rant, this is a very quick infomercial, or actually it's just informing people, because I have had a lot of people, because the brochure's sort of coming out next week.
Yes.
And I have had a lot of people saying to me, who are the speakers? Who are the speakers? I always refer them back to the program, which of course they can actually get right here. That's it there. But let's quickly just go through. Nicola, go through the speakers. So apart from Matthew McConaughey, our two other big notes.
Is Mel Robbins and Steph Godin. So again, other speakers, that being able to get them virtually and, connect with them, they're massive international names, and that they'll be giving live interviews, curated content just for our industry.
Okay. So Matthew McConaughey, Mel Robbins, Seth Godin. Seth Godin, I remember speaking with John 5 years ago, and John said to me, I think you can take it a given, Seth Godin, because Seth Godin basically said to us in a previous communication, there is no fee that will get me there. Like there's he was just not prepared, zero. So the guy, and he's doing 2 sessions, Nicola, he is the absolute best architect of marketing on the planet. Mel Robbins, as far as I'm concerned, whether you're a guy or girl, you'll get inspired. She's empathy, but she's hard. She's cares, but she doesn't let people off the hook. She's really good. Let's keep going. Who else have we got?
Then we've got Vin Guian. So if anyone that came last year, I would describe Vin as the Jackie Cooper of day one. So that really high energy, the best way to finish, right? Pump everyone up. Vin described himself basically, he was, in his last year of a university degree and decided, not into this, chucked it all in and went in to be a magician. But, he went into like the illusionist side of things and really taps into entertainment and reading your audience. So looking at your clients and sort of predicting their next move before they even know it. So he'll be really entertaining, bring some people up on stage, and so he'll be a really great way to finish day one. And then finishing out day two, we have Dr. Richard Harris, who was the lead in the Thai cave disaster back in 2017, which, if anyone remembers, that was the Thai soccer team that they went into a cave and they got flooded in there. And he had to come up with this mission of, and it was a mission. We've had him at a smaller event, and he was the standout speaker by all means. So he's that real inspirational and just insights into, it was such an impossible task, but he was like, no, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make it happen. So he'll be a really strong finish as well for day two.
Perfect. Now let's go through some of the other speakers, which are our agent speakers.
Yes. You just say
the name, and even David, there. Look at this.
Yeah.
These ideas, beautiful feedback. Thank you, David. A big supporter, and Paul Arik and Paul Biller will be there as well. Right, that's it there, gang. By the way, gang, while I've got Susan bringing that up there, I want to let you know prices are really reasonable. $850 for your gold ticket. $850 for your gold ticket. If you're a real estate gym member and Susan's got the gym open, it's $750. It's $100 less. So, man, makes sense to be a gym member and be at Arik. And if you want to upgrade and have one of those top of the line tickets, I think you just add another $300.
Correct.
Airfares are so cheap to the Gold Coast. They're always $150 return, no matter what you do. That's what they always are. Accommodation, you better get onto it pretty quick, but Nicola, go through. Let's go through some of those agent speakers.
Definitely. So then we've got Constathopoulos starting. So this is all the day one speakers. So Constathopoulos.
Okay, Constathopoulos, I'll just say quickly a little bit. By the way, they're the dates, everyone. 29th and 30th of May. That's where we're going to go, arik.conference.com.au. Constathopoulos, one of the thought leaders of real estate. He spoke at Mastery that we had 4 weeks ago that I had on with John McGrath and Troy Malcolm. Outstanding. was rated as one of the best. So this guy here is sales management, sales leadership, culture, recruitment, remuneration, what model you need in real estate. Keep going, Nicola.
Yep. Then we got Carla Feder from Vic.
Carla Feder couldn't speak last year because COVID, one day beforehand, Melbourne people couldn't go. Plus she was unwell, and she is, I think, the top female agent, REB. Oh, I think she's first or second, her or Helen Yang, but she's always up there. She writes a few million a year. Keep going.
Diego Trigalia.
Had a session with him today. So pumped about him because, Nicola, this guy here is able to write 3-4 million in fees, and he does it using pretty much a technology, text-based SMS system. He's high tech, and he's going to share with people what are the text messages he sends, how often, what they're getting, and what system he's using. Keep going.
Yep. Then we've got Michael Koloshi.
Okay, right. Listen, Koloshi, I think Koloshi, his business unit, is on target to write $10 million. Did you hear me? $10 million. Doesn't get any better. Keep going, Nicola.
Dirk Miller from CoreLogic. He'll be talking on the future of real estate and data.
Beautiful. And it's always good to get people outside of real estate giving us data. And we love numbers.
And how to use it.
And how to use it. Make data your best friend in real estate, my friends. Keep going.
Then Kathy Cartel from Hunter Valley.
Kathy Cartel. Well, she makes about 200 sales a year, right? Think about it. 200 sales a year. And she's doing it out in the Hunter Valley. She's not doing it in Toorak or Double Bay. So she can relate to a lot of people. Low price point. And I think she also spoke at Mastery. Hers is nuts and bolts and what to do. Keep going, Nicola.
And then we've got yourself finally doing a session. I finally got you on there.
Yes, I'm going to listen, because what happens is I'm speaking all the time during the conference anyway, but I always have people. We always have feedback and say, Panos, give us your 10, 20 best scripts or dialogues, right? So I'm just going to, it's going to be like a Red Bull. It's going to be a Red Bull of steroids. Bang, 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 bang. And before you know it, the next speaker's going to be up there. And you'll say, shit, that was quick. Okay, keep going.
And then we've got Hannon Corley. So now we're into day 2.
Okay, day 2. So now, hopefully, you're not going to have 3 drinks. Don't have more than 3 drinks. You don't need 5. You don't need 6. You rock up on Monday, 3 drinks max. Sit there and listen to Hannon Corley. Went into a marketplace and wrote like $1.5 million in his first year. This is a 25-year-old guy that left Toowoomba, went to the Gold Coast, right? On track to do over 2 million. Man, be there in the early morning session on the Monday. Next one.
Correct. Helen Yan.
Helen Yan. Okay. Nicola, you know what I like about Helen? Because a lot of the times we do get the mega, the godfathers and the real, legends of real estate. Yeah. But occasionally there's someone that hasn't just got on a stage, but they've always been number one. I found it fascinating talking to her the other day, Nicola. She said to me, I look back at what helped me. She's the number 1 agent, I think, in all of Ray White in Victoria. And I think she's been number 1 REB female agent for many years, right, in Victoria. So I think to myself, what is it about Helen? And she said, you know what? I used to help them translating because they couldn't speak English. I'd help them. I'd take them to an accountant. I'd help them sometimes just get their Medicare application. And before you know it, they all started coming to me for their real estate. She was a person just helped all these people, and then they just came to her. And it's a great story. And Helen's going to be speaking on day 2. It's good. We got a lot of female speakers as well. That's great.
Yeah, we do. Then next up is Sam Rigopoulos.
Okay, number 1 agent at the moment, REB in Victoria. Number 1 for Jealous Craig. And pretty pumped and excited because we've never had him at ARIC. He's another one. No. Never had him at ARIC. But
and we've tried.
Guys, what else do you want? We've got the best of the best and Matthew McConaughey. Keep going.
Exactly. All right. And then we go into Jason Adcock.
Jason Adcock. Here's another one. This guy here has already gone over his talk with me. And I hope, man, the other talks have to be really, really good to knock this one over. This guy's giving his secrets on his PR companies. He's actually saying exactly where he's spending his money on social media. Like he's saying, I spend it here. This is what goes there. And pretty pumped and excited. Nicola, he walks into every listing. They've met him by video. He's never met them. They say, oh, mate, it's great to have you here. It's a classic case of there are no more blind dates in business. They know everything about you, you know?
Totally. Yeah, that's it. Then we've got Seth Watts from Campaign Agent. So again, the future is now. So technology and change, and again, how to embrace it and make it work for you.
We had him speak at Mastery 3 weeks ago. And again, he's got access to data and information that shows what vendors are doing in deciding where they're going to spend their VPA. Like this guy here was able to tell us, hey, the money's gone to Facebook. It's gone to them boosting ads. It's gone to, like, he's been able, because he's got access to all these VPA campaigns, and he's a great speaker and pretty pumped.
He's a gentleman. Yeah.
Good guy.
And then we got Laura McKay.
Laura McKay, $345 million rider from Highland Property. I think she's one of the top female agents in REB as well. So we're pretty excited about Laura McKay. And she's going to talk about how she runs her effective business unit, which is a lot of people don't talk about that.
No,
next.
True. Yep. And then Mario San Francesco.
Yep. $3 to $4 million rider from Canberra. Amazing guy. Incredible story. Had tragedy in his life very early. Owned an office, then went off, and now is arguably in Australia in the top 4 or 5 riders, and pretty pumped.
Yeah, totally.
So, Nicola, I'm just going to let people know this is the dates.
Yes.
This is where you've got to go, right? We love to see you there. Nicola, thank you so much. Well done.
My
By
pleasure.
the way,
thank you, Tom.
You put on, it's not the biggest reel, you put on the biggest business. Like I met someone today at Anytime Fitness, and we're talking away, and she goes to me, we got talking, and she goes, what do you do? And I said this, and then I go, what do you do? She goes, I'm an events manager. I said, oh, right. I said, okay. I said, yeah. I said, sometimes I speak at events, and I said, we've got a really big event coming up, and I told her what it was, and she'd heard of the event, and then she goes to me, how many people? And I said, oh, like 3,500 to 4,000. And she goes, well, that would have to be the biggest business event that happens in all of Australia. So she's a full-time events manager. I forgot the company that she's at. So, Nicola, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very proud.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you there. Guys
we'll
and girls,
see you in 20 days.
20 days. Thanks a lot,
everybody. Bye-bye.
Now,
Thank
guys,
you.
stay on, because what I'm doing now is going to go through what I wanted to talk about tonight. And that, my friends, is this. 5 ways, the 5 ways to destroy your real estate career. The 5 ways to destroy your real estate career. Guys and girls, let's get started. Let's get started. Number one, the best way right now to destroy your real estate career in the current market that we're working in is, number 1, give them a price at the listing presentation. If you really want to become a holder of overpriced turkeys, if you want to become an antique store that has got listings that aren't going to be sold, if you want to become the king of liabilities, not assets, not every listing's an asset, please remember this. List what sells. So the number 1 strategy to be a loser and destroy your real estate career in 2022 is give them a price at the listing presentation. Do you want to know why? Because then, my friends, what they'll do is they'll always remind you that you said we'd get 2 million. You're the one. You guided us. They were your numbers. My friends, do you realize most agents don't do effective vendor management for one reason? Because they lied at the listing presentation. They gave them a price. They locked themselves in, and they never were able then to move away from the ropes and adjust. So my friends, listen to me carefully. If you want to really screw up your real estate career, go in and just give prices to people. That's your first way, my friends. I'm going to give you the absolute strategy to destroy your real estate career in 2022. The second strategy that's going to destroy your real estate career in 2022 is be closed-minded, be open to no more new learning. Don't listen to any new ideas. Don't hang around with any people that are giving you concepts that might improve you. Don't be open to artificial intelligence that might help you. Don't be open to any of the tech. Just be closed-minded and keep doing what you've been doing the last 2 years. It will guarantee you failure, because remember, we're going from a market that's gone from nuts to normal. And what you want to do is, you want to destroy your real estate career, you keep doing the stuff that you were doing when the market was crazy and booming, right? So, second rule is this: go to no training, listen to no podcasts, don't listen to any other agents that have got ideas. Just make sure you hang around with other losers, right? Losers that know everything. Which brings me to number 3. The third thing that is going to guarantee you. So the first one was to give them a price and lock yourself in. The second one was, do not go to any training. Do not have any education. Do not upgrade your skills. The third one, my friends, was this: hang around with losers. It is the guaranteed way that you can destroy your career. What you want to do is, you really want to screw up, make sure you sit at the back of the office smoking cigarettes and talking to other agents about how hard things are. Make sure you're talking to other agents about all the advantages other offices have in the area and all the disadvantages that you've got working in that office. Then make sure that you're reading every negative news story and bring it up in your conversations. Talk about the fact that prices are going to be dropping 25% because some numbskull has come up with it and they've printed the article, right? Make sure that you're listening to other people that are going to brainwash you and to tell you that the market is gone, it's finished, and there's no point. So, number three, my friends, your strategy is make sure that you can isolate, find, locate 2 to 3 losers, and then spend as much time as possible with them. Spend time with them in cafes. Spend time with them at the back of the office, right? And then become their text buddy. Send as many texts as possible and become their new bestie. Let's move on to the next one. The next guaranteed strategy that's going to ensure that you fail in real estate and that you can not only not 2x your income, that you halve your income, is this. You try and save every vendor's life. You become emotionally involved, and the people, they say they've got a home, it's worth 1 million, and they want 1.4 million, but because they're really nice people, all you do is you become emotionally involved, and you're like the rescuer, that you're going to rescue them, and you're going to save them, and you're going to actually get them 1.4. Wake up. You don't control the market, my friends. Hey, sure, have empathy. Be close to your people. But for God's sake, the market sets the market. What are you thinking? That because they're nice people, I'm going to defend them? Guys and girls, your job as a professional is to interpret the market and then to give feedback to the vendors to make a decision on the market. Okay. So number 4, Susan, is this. If you really want to destroy your real estate career, become emotionally involved and try and rescue everyone. Okay? And then the last one, number 5, the number 5 method that is going to guarantee you that by the end of calendar year 2022, your real estate career is going to be finished is go to Mykonos and put your head in the sand for the next 3 months and do what some agents are saying. You know what? I'm just going to click off, mate. Let the shit show finish, and then I'll come back, right? Hello. Let me tell you one thing. If you were to do that, if you were going to run away from your problems versus run to them, right? Listen to me. If you were going to disappear and go overseas or go sit on the beach for 3-4 months, burying your hand in the sand, you're going to come back, you're going to have 2 problems. The original problem plus no market share because you've become invisible. This is the kind of market they need you to make a ruckus. This is the kind of market you need to be loud. This is the kind of market people want to see who's doing stuff, who's being creative, who's actually in my face. Guys and girls, I've given you the 5 guaranteed methods to really, really screw up 2022. I hope you've been able to pick the sarcasm in here just in case. Guys and girls, I'm going to see you at ARIC. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty pumped, and I'll tell you why. Because this, my friends, is the marketplace I made my money in. A marketplace where vendors were here, buyers were here, I was good enough to bring them here, and the competition was very ordinary in my marketplace. And I've got to say to you, my friends, that's how you grow market share. You're taking stuff from them because they're low skilled. Guys and girls, signing off.